has been let us establish SIRTs within our locales or across the whole region. So let's step back and ask why. Why is this important? So we're going to define the context of the world that we're living in right now. We live in a connected world. Globalization, that's a reality that all of us have dealt with. Everybody understands that everywhere from Pakistan to China to Southern Africa to the Caribbean to Ottawa, it's all connected. We're all online. We're all shared in the global network called the internet, and therefore traffic, data, resources can move anywhere across the world very quickly. And globalization is a reality that no one is going to escape. And so what the point we're making with this is, if there are threats on the global internet, if there are threats that can affect a business in London, a business in New York, production facility in South Africa and so on, there is no rational reason why we should expect that those threats cannot also affect us. Right? We don't live in a disconnected world. This is not like 200 years ago and so on, in which you had to take ships to cross oceans, in which there was you could know that something is coming upon you by seeing a sail out on the horizon. At least get a couple of days to prepare or whatever. Now things happen at the speed of electrons, and it can happen from anywhere. We can be attacked from some guy in the Ukraine who launches some attack from his basement, and it hits you in the Caribbean within seconds from that. And there's no warning system, there's no, by default you don't know anything about that until it actually hits you. So we're in a global world, and we're vulnerable to people and scenarios that we don't have sight of immediately. People are increasingly using technology, right? Technology is being used to increase productivity. Or email, office suites, automation of everything. Everything is being automated. We're putting more and more things online where it's possible where 5 people did some manual process, we're writing software to replace those 5 people and probably put 1 person to oversee the thing that the software is doing. So more and more of the services, more and more of the things that we use and consume are technology driven. Everyone knows all this. People are using technology to build communities, social networking, and they're using technology to advance global causes. That's important in the scheme of talking about SIRTs, because you can look on any global movement. Most of them are trying to leverage technology. Most of them want to get their word out. It could be as simple as having a website which advertises and presents thoughts, philosophies, ideas, tries to recruit people and so on. Or it could be completely unseen activities that are done on servers and endpoints all around the world. But it's being used across the globe for coordinated activities, right? And then, of course, as I mentioned before, there's an increased dependence on technology in day-to-day life. Consumers get more services from online. So your banking information, a lot of banks in the Caribbean are moving to give access to their customers online, so you can see your account balance, you can transfer funds, and so on. So again, back to our original thought, what's the context? Why is this important to us in the Caribbean? We're not necessarily being attacked like the US by Al-Qaeda, if they're attacking them. We're not necessarily being attacked like that, but we certainly do have our account information in some bank, and that carries our balance, and we have credit cards and so on. And we want those services, we consume those services, we desire our banks to go online. That makes us vulnerable to the same scope of attacks as the US government is facing when they think about anti-terrorism. And then commercially, a lot of businesses are putting their services online as well. Cloud computing is taking a greater hold, in which companies are looking to reduce costs even further, lower